Hello everyone and welcome. So briefly I want to talk a little about an oil which we are all familiar with. But there is something I just discovered about this oil which is also very important to our health, and I thought to share it with us. And that is the cold pressed olive oil. I rarely talk about cold pressed olive oil. I talk more of coconut oil because it is more often neglected. But the cold pressed olive oil, majority of health conscious persons are more aware of the cold pressed olive oil. But there is something so important to our health which I discovered, and that is exactly what I'm doing this video to share. Now, let me remind us, lest we forget, of some of the numerous health benefits of the cold pressed olive oil. It's a bone strengthening food. It's great for fighting yeast infections. It's a food that you can rely on when you have constipation. It's best to take it on empty stomach. If you have very stubborn constipation, you can rely on cold pressed olive oil to help you to loosen it. Other benefits include supporting the brain health, supporting your heart health, being great for blood circulation. If you have problems with blood circulation, it's also very, very good for menopausal women. Those who have high blood pressure should also rely on this as a healthy fat, because it's not okay to take fat out of your diet, as many people are often misled to do. What is actually bad is the unhealthy fats, the fats from trans fats, hydrogenated vegetable oils, such as we see in commercial shops, supermarkets with beautiful commercials and packaging. I'm talking of healthy fats, such healthy fats with good profile. They are found in cold pressed olive oil. Now, other benefits of the cold pressed olive oil include helping to reduce activity of yeast and candida. It's also great for reducing weight, speeding up metabolism. If you have a sluggish metabolic rate and you need oil, sometimes to oil it. It's great for those that are, trying to lose weight. If you are obese or you want to reduce your weight, it's one good oil to rely on. If you're fighting most ailments, respond very well when you drop trans fats and rely on cold pressed olive oil. So, in addition to many of these numerous benefits, remember that it must be cold pressed. There are several fake olive oils out there that many people buy and say it is olive oil. It is quite dangerous. It is better to stay with regular, palm oil or other oils, common oil that you know, than to get a fake oil that is being sold for as olive as cold pressed. Now, the cold pressed olive oil, there's one important aspect I need to let us know. Some people tend to want to cook with it. Once an oil is cold pressed, well, it's not the best to cause it to pass through heat, because that's what it actually means to be cold pressed. But some people tend to say they are cooking with it. When you apply heat to cold pressed olive oil, it tends to attract other free radicals and it doesn't serve the purpose. If it is called cold pressed, it has some nutrients that will be destroyed if you fry it or try to use it as a cooking oil. There are other oils that you can use, or other olive oil that are not cold pressed. But once the word cold pressed is applied, it's always better to use it the way it is, so that you can get the benefits. So on this occasion, I use cold pressed olive oil. It's one of the oils I use. Select my oils wisely. Cold pressed olive oil I have, cold pressed coconut oil, and other healthy fats. Now, I decided lately to begin to use the oil to apply in between my teeth and my gum like this, just while I'm already lying down on the bed to sleep. And what's the essence of this? I was actually doing this to strengthen my teeth. Teeth is so important. If you are aging, you need to take care of your teeth. So I thought to begin to put the oil to avoid losing my teeth, to avoid or to reduce the activity of yeast and candida and other things that tend to survive very well in the mouth, because the mouth is the host of more than half of the bacteria in the entire body. You can go and do your search. If you can take care of your mouth, your oral region perfectly, my dear, you will defeat most ailments, including heart attack, including stroke, including diabetes, high blood pressure. It all begins there in the mouth. So that is why I decided to begin to employ the help of cold pressed olive oil to help strengthen my teeth and gum, to reduce the activity of yeast, because it is actually the activity of this yeast that causes people to have mouth odor when you speak. Because of the activity of this bacteria, some people, when they are talking, I can't even move closer. I move far away because of the what's coming out. But if you take good care of your teeth, your oral region, you will hardly, it will be difficult for your immune system to collapse completely. So I decided to be doing this, but something else happened, and that's why I want to share it with us. So I noticed that when I finished doing my walk, line, and other activities, I had to lie down for maybe a few minutes for the brain to calm down and other things, the eyes and everywhere to fix and be at a balance before sleep takes off. Because sleep is a big job for the body. I don't need to talk about that now. It's a big job. Because when we are sleeping, the body, everything is resting. Everything is resting. So it is important for everywhere to be communicated that, are you ready for me to take off? Because that's exactly what happens. So I decided to be applying this to strengthen the teeth, and suddenly I noticed that while I'm applying it, before I finish, I'm off to sleep. And this is quite unusual with me, that I usually lie down for some minutes, 30 minutes and all of that. So I said, no, I won't let people know this. Let me continue trying it. Maybe some other things may have caused it. So I kept doing this. I kept doing it consistently. And I noticed that it was actually working. Each time I want to lie down, I just get my cold pressed olive oil and just begin to use my toothpick and begin to put in between the teeth, the gum, just begin to apply it. As I do it, before I finish, my dear, I'm off. I say, this one is too much, because the sleep is actually so important. Whatever has to do with our sleep, and I usually need to share it with us, because it's one of the best doctors, as we've always heard. It's one of the best doctors. Once the sleep is the sleep pattern or the sleep line or whatever is attacked, then the entire health is under attack. So that's why we must pay attention to that aspect. And that's why we also need to share this video for people to see. The menopausal women, the mature adult, the elderly people, those managing one element or the other, they need to watch, they need to listen. It's so easy. It's so easy to do this. Just get a good toothpick. You can use your hand, wash and sterilize it, and then get a good cold press. Ensure it's cold press. There are so many oils there. I don't want to mention brands, but there are so many out there that are not actually cold pressed. But if you use the ones that are not cold pressed, you may not get results. Only cold pressed. Apply it between your teeth and gum for several other benefits. And by the time you know it, you're off to sleep. And as long as your sleep is okay, your health is improved. Don't forget to share and to follow, because more will be coming.